is wonderful. We all know that. And AI can help you with so much. But when we use standard AIs like ChatGPT, or we use Perplexity, or any of these AI tools, they are taking from their own knowledge of what they've been fed from the internet, etc. But what I've seen now, which is quite popular, is an AI tool that becomes your second brain. And what do they mean by that? They mean that it's an AI tool that's trained on all of the content on your computer. So imagine for a business, it has all of the information. It's all taking it locally, and it's getting information from your actual documents. Well, this is what is coming out at the moment. This is what I've seen a lot. And there's three key players. There's LittleBird. LittleBird is slightly different because it records everything that you're doing, and then it can reference that. It's not an LTD. And as you know, my name is Richard Butler, and I like to help you find the best lifetime deals. By the way, subscribe, check the description for links, etc. So there's two main players. There's Alter, which is really, really good, and I'll do a separate review video on that. And there's Remio, or Remio, depending which way you want to pronounce it. And Remio is on AppSumo at the moment. I think it's leaving in about 48 hours. And I wanted to go through this particular one. So what you do with Remio is you allow it access to your hard drive and to folders on your hard drive. And it uses that as its knowledge base. And then you can connect your email. You can't connect your calendar, but you can connect your email, and it will have a knowledge base from your emails. And I had a really good example of finding some information from my emails. So let me just open it up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to share my screen so that you can see me query Remio here. Share screen, start screen share. And what I want to do is, let me just bring that up here and allow to share screen. And I'm going to say here, I say share this window. Okay, so this is Remio. I'm on the Pro plan. I have, it's coming up now, I have 10,000 credits a month. Now, the first thing I would say here is that the amount of credits you get perhaps is not, there's not a lot. Now, you'll see my computer. I'm using a MacBook Neo. It's just the spinning ball there because the AI is starting. Okay, so the AI is starting. It's analyzing if there's anything new, and it will come back and it will update its memory. So here, what it is doing is I've given it access to my system, and it's finding all of the documents, any updates, and it's going to be able to use that knowledge. Now, I've just touched on this. I haven't used this in depth. The first thing I would say is you can buy the credits, and depending on what credits you want to, how much you're going to use it, I would recommend, if you can stick it on AppSumo, get the 10,000 credits per month lifetime deal. It's a little bit pricey, but it does give you a little bit more leeway, because with 10,000 credits, you can use it up quite quickly. I mean, 500 credits you'll use up maybe in an hour if you just get the basic deal. The 2,500 credits, depending on how you use it, could last you a week or so. Now, there is something though that you can do. I haven't done it yet, but I will do a video on this. You can actually hook it up to OpenRouter, and then you can use some of the free models in OpenRouter. This is one thing I would say. Alter has an amount of credits that they give you every month, and then when you run out of those credits, it falls over onto their free AIs that you can actually use. So let's have a look. I haven't used the app market at all. I've done more here. Okay. Now, for example, one of the things I want to do is I wanted to find out how long I've been working with a particular client, and it was able to tell me exactly how long I've been working with that particular client. One of the things I can do here is I can record meetings, and when I record meetings, it records it, and then it will actually give me an analysis of the recording, and it'll tell me what I did with my language coaching students. This is all done pretty automatically, With Alter, there's a little bit of setup. So I would say this tool, Remio, is good to get it working quickly and to get your feet wet very, very quickly. Alter, there's a steeper learning curve. Now, again, this, I haven't used it a lot. Okay, so I don't know all of the capabilities, but let's have a look. Let me see. Tell me how many emails I have sent to Richard Butler. Okay. Just out of curiosity, I want to see. Now, it says it's analyzing the problem, or analyzing the question, I think would be a little bit better. And it's thinking here, okay? It's searching the knowledge base. And hopefully this will come up, okay? Think complete, etc. You've sent 0 emails to Richard Butler using connected email account. Okay, so that is not actually correct. So let me just be a little bit more specific. Did I send to this Gmail? Okay. Now, one of the things, you don't see how many credits you've left unless you go to the website. So it's very difficult to know how many credits you've used, etc. Okay, you sent 0 emails to yourself, Richard Butler. Okay, You sent 3 emails using your personal professional account. All these interactions were related to the same thread regarding Zen call and deal mirror. Okay, specific dates and topics were. Okay, so it's gone in here. I think there's definitely more. Okay, so let me just find out more. Tell me more about my emails with Zencall and why I was emailing them. Okay, so I remember I was emailing this person, and I go off, and it will go and it will find all of that information. Now, you have options here for fast, expert, or custom, and custom allows me to, before I show you that, just let me see. Custom allows me to choose the actual AI that I want to use. So you'll see here, go to custom, I have all of these different ones that I can use, okay, from more expensive to least expensive. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on fast. If you want to do deeper research, you go into expert. Okay. You're interested in using Zen Call, okay, to automate goal, business automation, handling inbound missed calls, issues with phone number, Barcelona versus Galicia. Upon signing up, you are given a number Galicia. You requested to change to Barcelona number. Okay. Pricing of fusion, testing configuration, Luis Bertsen call support. You asked by changing the AI's accent. Okay. You're enthusiastic about the tool, looks great and seems to be exploring away. Okay. Go deeper. Okay. What was the resolution? Okay. Sometimes what I find is that, and this is a fault of, I mean, all AI tools, that it's a user issue, that sometimes it doesn't give you as much information as you want. Okay. Now you have to go in and you have to find out more information. Okay. But here, I mean, this is really good. Okay. He mapped my deal mirror LTD to your license. A Barcelona number was secured. Know your customer. I had to provide that. You complained about the AI system wasn't following your instructions, voice quality, prompt refinement, the language switch solution. Okay. So all of this is really good that it allows me to do that. Okay. So here, what I might do is I can go here. Now, here you have all of your recordings, and then you have all of these options here of different notes and even different web pages that you might have visited. Okay. So that can be really handy to see what pages you've visited. In the notes, for example, I have lesson plans here. I have, for example, my North Star, okay? And I created this, okay? And this all goes into its memory. So if I ask it to, what is my North Star? It will go back and it should find that information and it should tell me all about that. So the idea is here that if you've lost a lot of concepts, if you've lost a lot of information, this will actually find that information for you. So it's going in, it's looking through all the different sections here. It's looking through my computer, etc. Okay, distinct operating tasks. Okay. and it gives me all of the information here. Okay. And it also gives me references here that it shows me where it actually got that information. Okay. So I can click on any of those. It gives me, most of them come from the same note there. So it's quite interesting, I have to say. I mean, I can create a PowerPoint deck for myself in HTML output as a web page. Okay. Now I tell it that I want to do that, and it should go off and it'll create a PowerPoint deck. Shaka, the founder or developer, told me, he said, one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure that, I mean, you can get it to create an actual PowerPoint, but this will use up a lot more credits. Now, if we want to see the credits, we click on this button here, and it'll show you the credits. And I'll tell you here, is it going to show my screen? No, it's not showing my screen here, but it tells me that I have, of the 10,000 credits, I have 9,854 credits. So, I mean, it can use up a lot of credits. It tells you exactly how many credits it used per option. Some of the items, I mean, it changed to Minimax, it changed to Flash Preview. It seems, if I use Gemini 3 Flash, it seems to not use credits. So that's something I'm going to have to experiment with to see. Okay. Here's the presentation it's created. And if I have a look, we will see, you'll see that it doesn't actually seem to have created a great presentation. There we go. Okay. Okay, it actually has. Okay, so I have to use the space bar to navigate. So let me just show you what it created. If I stop my screen share here, and we will go over to the other screen on my browser. And this is just going to, it's going to give me this infinite window here. If I go here and I scroll, it's going to show me the HTML. Okay. So 443, okay, 4 hours per day, 4 days per week, 3 p.m. hard stop. Okay. Gives me my operating costs, my gold standard, actual results, etc. So it can be a little bit, here are the credits here. It can be a little bit credit heavy, I think is the word. Let me just go back here. So you'll see that I have 9,854 credits. Let me just, 832 credits. Okay, we're going to do a little experiment here. I'm going to stop the screen share. I'm going to share Remio again. And I'm going to ask it to share this screen. So I'm going to go into custom here. Let me just make sure that's, yeah, I'm going to go into custom. And I'm going to get Gemini. Which one was the one that it appeared not to use any credits? 2.5 Flash. So if I go to Gemini, 2.5, it doesn't seem to have it. AI settings. Let me go to AI settings. Okay, here's actually where I can use my custom key if I wanted. Okay, I'm not going to use that. Now, I don't seem to be able to find Gemini 2.5 Flash, which was a free one, which obviously I would like to use. But I could actually say I just want to use Flash here. So I'm going to talk to the developer about that, why I can't actually use that particular one. But you can see I can go in and I can use any one that I want here. I have a prompt library here. I can actually cite a particular document and ask it for more information. Here I have different apps. I haven't actually used any of these apps yet. Okay. I think I've used the scheduler. What I have on the scheduler is it's going to come up and it's going to schedule certain tasks for me. So let me just see the Apple Note. Okay, sync Apple Notes through Remio in real time, preventing images, preserving images. Okay, I could do that. If I go into, let's have a look. If I go into scheduler, here, what it's going to do is it's going to send an email with all of my to-dos here. Okay, and I can view my tasks. And I've set it to send me an email every night at 8:30 to tell me what I've done. Now that did work, but the problem is my computer has to be on in order for it to do that. So I might get it to do it every single morning. Under settings, I have my knowledge base settings. I can install a extension here. I can say what local files I want to be, I wanted to add. I can add recordings here. I mean, I can start recording. I can add podcasts. I can add my mail here. Okay, I could add another mail if I wanted. Slack, YouTube, AI chats, Google Drive. Okay, so it can go to all of these. WeChat, import Markdown connectors. So as I say, it's early days yet. I've only been using this a couple of days. I like it. I am a little bit wary of the credit usage. I mean, in order to really use this, you need to get the highest tier, or you need to use OpenRouter. And I will, once I figure out how to configure OpenRouter, I will actually show you how to use that. Okay, there's two links. There's one to the AppSumo deal in the comments, and there's also one if you just want to try this and get 1,000 credits on me, you can try it. All right. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to you in the next video.